Okay, so in this video, we are going to tell you how to add an observation to the Lizards on the Loose 2022 project using a web browser. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see what that will look like. So assume that you're already logged into iNaturalist with your account. You can click on one of two links to do this. You can click on Add Observations, or you can click on this Upload button here. Both will do essentially the same thing. It'll give you this screen. You can either use a drag or drop, or you can click on this box to choose some files on your computer. I'm going to do that. Not sure if it will work on the share screen, but I've added two pictures here. You can see that those pictures are actually of the same lizard, which is fine. Adding multiple photos to one observation is great, and it can definitely help with IDs. When you do this, though, you want to make sure that each of those photos are grouped in the same observation. So on the web, what you can do is just grab and drag and drop them on top of each other. And now this is one observation that has two different photos. So you want to make sure that each one observation is for one lizard. You can have as many photos of that one lizard as you want, but make sure it's one. So how do you finish this off now? You've got your picture uploaded in here. I'm going to click on species name, and I'm going to type in Anolis equestris. That's the scientific name of the night anole. I could also type in night anole, okay, and select it here. Maybe I'm not sure, and I just want to type in anole, okay? I could do that. For the purposes of our demo, I am going to type in night anole, since I know that's what we're looking at. I'm going to add a date. Let's say I found it today, okay? And I will add a location. When you click on the location, it brings up this box. I will search for the location, Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden, and it will automatically pick a spot here. If I want to be more precise than that, I can actually find the specific location. In this case, I know where I found the lizard within Fairchild, and I can adjust this accuracy circle so that I'm sure that the observation falls within that circle. When I'm happy with my observation, I can pick Update Observations. And I now have all the basic information for my observation filled out. What I want to do now, though, is make sure that my observation is added to the Lizards on the Loose project. And to do that, I need to do two things. I need to add the anole perch field, which is the focus of our project this year, to let us know whether we are looking at an anole on a natural perch object or a human-made perch. And second, I need to make sure that it's added to the project as a whole. And it can't be added to the project successfully unless it has that anole perch field. So let's take a look at our picture. We can see that this night anole is hanging out on a palm tree, which is a natural perch object. So I'm going to go over, now that I have this selected, I've got a green circle around it. If I had multiple observations here, I could select them all and do this as well. And I can go over here to fields and type in anole perch. Okay, when I do that, it gives me the options. I could see I can choose either natural or human made. I'm going to pick natural and click add. And that now says that this observation has an anole on a natural perch. And now I'm good to go. I can add it to the project. If I click on projects, it'll offer me Lizards on the Loose 2022 as an option. I can add that as well. And I can see that I have a field filled out and a project filled out, and I can check what each of those are if I want to. So now I am good to go. I can actually upload this. I can click submit one observation. And it'll say saving observation. And it will actually take me to a list of my observations now, so I can see all of them. So let's say that I wanted to see my different observations and maybe edit them. So I could click on my observations and it will show me a list of those here. Let's say I had one that I forgot to add that perch and project information to. I could go on this observation and see it in detail. And if I scroll down here and look on the right, I can see that I have that same information. So if I click in observation fields here, I can choose an old perch. It offers me the same options, natural and human-made. I can add natural to it, and it will do the same thing. I can also go to the project section here. I can pick Lizards on the Loose 2022, and it adds the observation to Lizards on the Loose 2022. So this is a way that you can go back if a student, for instance, doesn't add that information to an observation, you can easily go back, find that, and then it'll be added to the project and count. Hope that was helpful. And we have successfully showed you how to add an observation to the project.